I get it. You vegetarians and vegans out there, you are morally correct. Um, Animals are actually, factually, unarguably, unwilling participants in the meat industry. I get that. Killing things is always wrong. I get that. You are right. If people were treating the beloved dogs and cats the same way we treat cattle and poultry, of course, um, people would lose their minds. Um, you are right. Um, Raw meat is gross. I get it. A whole pile of bloodless organs is gross. I get it. The whole meat processing thing is ugly. It's visibly, it's not nice to look at. I get it. You are right. Um, I just don't think I have the energy to care though, because I, here's the thing. It's not really going to matter. I mean, to me or to most people, because we just don't have the energy to care. You could call us lazy if you like. We might well be, but it's okay. One of my old girlfriends, going back a few years, she was a vegetarian, and just hanging out at the shops with her, um, it was a chore. You couldn't just walk past the pound shop and say, "Oh, do you fancy a bag of sweets?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they'd go in, buy a bag of sweets, and sit on a park bench and munch through them for something to do for 20 minutes or whatever. Um, you you couldn't just do that with her because it would what should be like a 5 minute pop in, buy sweets, get out was like a quarter of an hour thing where you sit and she goes through all the ingredients and like, that's got animal in it, that's got animal in it, that's got animal in it. Oh, you don't care, you carnist murderer. Still love you. Um, she only ever said that while drunk, but whatever. Uh, Sorry, completely train of thought lost. Point being, the food industry isn't vegetarian friendly. If you were to try and avoid meat products, it's a lot of hassle, and it's not really hassle that most people can be bothered with. You know, and also the meat replacement products like what was it, like soy burgers and tofu and that's like I think it's like wheat or something that they just sort of make look like meat. I think the texture's an improvement, but the flavour's cardboard, to be honest. So you don't actually get, as a user experience, as a customer, you don't get an improvement from it. Um, so most people are too lazy to put up with examining every single bloody packet, and you don't gain an advantage out of it. So that's why most people aren't going to be vegetarian, and even less are going to be vegan. Because come on. So if most people are not going to be, the veggies or vegans, the meat industry and everything else that uses animal products is still going to be, doing its thing. It's still going to be churning through all of these animal corpses. Side thing. Why do you love to use the word corpse so much and flesh? And I get that you're technically accurate. Like if it was a person, you could refer to it as a corpse, a body, a cadaver. You got various options available to you. But we would use the word meat when referencing flesh designed for consumption. Um, but it's like you just choose to use the least pleasant vocabulary you can. As you know, there's a whole lot of options available to, but for you, you just it's probably a political thing. Trying to trying to get your message across in the most visceral way, whatever. But the point is, if there's still going to be the meat industry, churning away, business as usual, regardless of, how many chicken wraps I've had this week, that all those animals are still going to be, you know, grinding through the process, regardless of what I do. So there's kind of no point me purposely making things more finicky for me in the shops, and with worst taste sensation coming out of it. So there's just no point. And I think most people, if they give it a thought, would agree with me. Even though, you are still morally correct, in all of this. While I'm on the topic of vegetarianism and the veggies, when certain veggies say that we're not naturally carnivorous, and the whole, if you put a rabbit in the playpen with a baby with an apple, how many babies would eat the rabbit and play with the apple, as opposed to playing with a rabbit and eating the apple? Right. Oh, yeah, it's because we don't eat raw meat anymore. Our evolutionary history was just done away with raw meat because we've worked out cooking, and cooking makes stuff easier to digest. So natural selection is no longer selecting for our digestive system's ability to consume raw meat. So that's not relevant. The fact that we've got cooking doesn't mean that we're not naturally carnivorous. We're omnivores. We can eat almost anything as long as it's been prepared right. We're really versatile creatures that way. Yay, humanity. Oh. I've got no idea how I was going to end this, so I think I'll just say, so yeah.